Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Flesh is Weak. It's been quite a while again, so apologies for that. I think the last video, if I recall right, was Ferrus Manus and his Terminators. And I think the plan was that after that I was going to do some more troops, because my army doesn't have any just normal tactical marines or breachers, it's all veterans. So I was going to do that. I'd got my hands on some of the Prospero ones, but I couldn't bring myself to do troops, to be honest with you. So I had to think about what I was going to do, and I thought to myself, well, Ferrus and his bodyguard need transport. They can't fit in a standard Land Raider, so I've resisted for absolutely ages, but I went and bought myself a Spartan. Everyone's seen a Spartan before. You know, it's a really great kit, fairly simple to put together. I had a few issues actually with some miscasts on the front section here. However, Forge World sorted it out eventually. Sent me a couple of wrong bits, but then as an apology they sent me a free shipping voucher, so well done to Forge World for that. Thank you very much. That will come in handy. So anyway, onto the model. Just give you a quick sort of once around. It is a large model, so I'm struggling to get it in front of the camera. Fairly simple paint job I did on this. I actually skipped a couple of steps to speed it up, really. Yeah, basically undercoated it, then sprayed it with Abaddon Black, and then I would usually sort of pick out all the silver, pick out all the rivets, and then edge highlight everything. But because I go for this sort of quite chipped look, I thought to myself, well, do I actually need to edge highlight everything? Because generally it gets covered up with the silver and the chipping effect and everything like that. So yeah, I thought, well, I'll skip it, and if it looks like it needs it afterwards, then I can always go back. But it didn't. I don't think it needs it. I think everywhere's sort of pretty much covered with the sponge chipping, the weathering. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that came out, and because I missed that step out, it only took me sort of 2 and a bit nights to finish the whole thing. So I was quite happy with that. The sponsons, obviously it's me, so magnetise everything on. Transfers are the Forge World ones. I didn't go with the Forge World doors. Instead, I decided to shave off the Quilla logo, which is usually there, and just use some of the Forge World transfers on there. I think that's quite a nice fit. Looks quite good. This is a gaming piece as well, so I just glued that shut. Anyone of you that's got a Spartan will probably know that there is quite a big gap, and it's actually quite tricky to get the door to stay upright properly anyway. So I thought, oh, what, you know, I'll just glue it closed, and yeah, I'm quite happy with how it's come out. So there's Ferrus Manus's transport all sorted. So the next thing I was thinking about doing, again, I was going to do the troops, but then having a conversation with a friend of ours, Tom, the Emperor's Children player on the channel. I thought, well, my Primarch unit still isn't as scary as it could be. So I, after having a chat with Tom, he sort of suggested maybe throw in a Chaplain in, because obviously first round of combat, getting Zealot, that certainly helps your Primarch hit. And Ferrus Manus, he only gets 4 attacks base, but he is strength 10. and hitting on initiative, so you want to be hitting really. So yeah, with that in mind, I thought, well, I'll do myself a Chaplain. So there isn't actually a Chaplain model from Forge World, so well, I don't think there is anyway. So you have to convert one up. So yeah, this is what I came up with. So I can't actually remember any of the bits really. So I think this was the Mark III command squad, the one that comes with a standard bearer, and then I think this is the Chaplain. Sorry, the champion, which has the sword. So I've just used his body. This is an Iron Hands upgrade kit helmet, and then I think the plumage is actually, I think that's from the Centurions, the 40k kit, the Centurion Devastators, which I just had lying around, so I thought I'd put that on, make him look a little bit more fancy. The Power Maul is from obviously the Betrayal of Calf Chaplain, so just chop that off. And then obviously I've got the robotic arm, which again is a Forge World upgrade kit. And then the backpack is from the Iron Hands. I think do they call it Veteran Squad or something like that? It's the 5-man squad, and the sergeant has that. So yeah, I mashed it all together, and this is what I come up with. So really happy with how he came out. I think the conversion looks pretty good, if I do say so myself, and I like how it's come out after the painting as well. So yeah, really happy with that one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to get your feedback on that one. Love to see some of your Chaplain conversions as well, so that'd be good to see. Right, so the next thing, as I've got a bit of a habit of doing in these videos, I tell you that I'm going to paint something which I either haven't bought yet, or it's just in my box of things to do, and it's not the next thing you see. But this time, I promise you, I'm giving you a promise, YouTube, that I am going to paint the next thing you see. And the reason for that is I'm going to Warhammer Fest, the Grand Tournament, and I've just put this in my list, so it's got to be done. I've got about, I think, 4 weeks to paint it. So what is it they say? Ooh, what do we think? Have a guess. Yeah, I bet you didn't guess that, did you? Yeah, so this is a Diradio, however you pronounce it. Everyone pronounces it differently. I'm going with Diradio. Diradio Dreadnought. This isn't actually the loadout which I am taking to the GT, because these las cannons, although they look really cool, they do look really cool, don't they? Although they look really cool, they're like, I think it's like a 50-point upgrade. So realistically, I don't think I'm going to use these weapons very often. But I bought them, so I thought, well, why not bang them on? So now you're thinking, oh, I've caused myself a bit of a problem, because obviously I'm going to the tournament, wrong weapons. I think it's got to be WYSIWYG, all that type of thing. So this is me, isn't it? So it's all magnetized, isn't it? So yeah, just I think that's a 6-inch magnet in there, and that's a 3-inch magnet in there, and just sunk it into the side and the back piece there. So that gives me the flexibility of I can actually have all the weapon loadouts now. This is, you don't need to magnetize this. This is obviously just all prepared for paint. So I haven't. That's not glued, because I want to keep the movement in it when it's painted. So yeah, that's that bit, and then the main hull itself, that comes off again. Sunk I think that's a 6-inch magnet in there, and then just sits underneath like that. These again magnetized 3-inch magnets in there, so I've got the option of the flamers as well, and the head is just blue tacked in there for now. So the loadout that I am taking to the Grand Tournament is these guys. So these are the, I think they're just the autocannons, I think they're called. And these have got a very large range. This is very good for taking out flyers. I did actually have in my list a Contemptor Dreadnought with the 2 Keris pattern. Yeah, the 2 Keris pattern assault cannons. But they've only got 24-inch range, so they weren't really fit for purpose. Flyers can just avoid them, basically, but I'm pretty sure that these are either 36 or 48-inch range. So flyers are going to actually struggle to avoid that. So yeah, that's it. I've rambled on for long enough now. So this is the next thing that you will see painted, at least. I don't know what will be the next one that you'll see that's on the workbench. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your feedback. So yeah, leave me a comment below. I'll see you in the next one.